I'm Slade Brooks, and this is
Bone Haus.
You're watching Brainsplatter. Oh, hi. Didn't see you there. Come. I'm Andre. I play guitar in Bone Haus, and you're watching Brainsplatter. So, in 2018, I was looking on Craigslist in the musician section to find local musicians to play in a band. And I don't know if Rain responded to my listing or I responded to hers, but we met up and jammed a little bit. And then we brought in someone to play guitar, and I got put on bass. Then we found someone else to play drums, and then we stuck with that lineup for about 2 years. And then pretty much starting right in 2020 is when Joe became our new drummer. And then that lineup stayed the same for like another 3 years or 2 years, and then recently had another lineup change, and now I'm on guitar instead of bass, and Allison has recently joined the band on bass. Now, how did you get to be in the band? How did you hear about Bone Haus?
So, I saw the post on Bone Haus's Instagram that Billy had left the band, and then like a day or so later, Andre had made a post on Twitter that was like, I love playing bass, but I want to show off my guitar skills. So I hit up him and Rain and I was like, hear me out. What if you take Billy's place on guitar and then I take your place on bass? And that's how that happened. So.
Now tell me, sweetheart, do you find me feel like a man? Oh, come on, baby, don't be cruel. I'm a nice guy, know you ain't a fool. Don't tell me what I am, don't even try. I'm a thunder sword so fierce it'll tear your bones apart. And when you feel your body choking, I'm a face and go on back home. guys, my name is Rain, and you're watching Brainsplatter, and I'm also from Bone Haus, and I sing music. How's that?
What can you tell us about your latest album, Confounded?
Wow, so it was all DIY. We did it with our own gear in our own studio, and it took a little over a year to put it all together, but we made it exactly how we wanted. It was all of just us mixing it, recording it straight up, and minimal overdubs. It was all cut live, and I think it speaks for itself with the way that it sounds. It sounds very much like how we play live. It doesn't sound like a studio record, it actually sounds like Bone Haus.
Yeah, that's one thing I was very impressed, like how you guys, I mean, even like your guitar sounds and stuff just all sounded like how you guys play live. So really good job on that. Very good.
Our songwriting process is extremely collaborative. Usually it kind of goes like one of us will show up with a riff or a melody. Sometimes it's even just an idea. Like we're like, I want to write a song that sounds like this. And we just kind of, we figure it out together. And then once we have some sort of, like just a foundation of what the song is going to sound like, that's when we all kind of go off on our own before the next practice to kind of come back with something for each of our respective instruments, or I guess in my case, vocals. I do most of my lyric writing kind of on my own. It just works better that way. I like to take my time when I write lyrics, but that's usually how it goes. It's just like, here's a riff, let's jam on it, let's figure it out. And then the next time we come together, it's almost like it just fits together like a puzzle piece. I don't know, it's extremely collaborative, so it's kind of tough to find a process, because every time we write a song, it's incredibly different. Every time, we just don't have like a A, B, C, D kind of list, but yeah.
Do you write, your songs come together kind of out of order at times too?
Oh yeah, I mean, we're working on a song right now. I guess I won't give too much away. But Andre came in with this really cool riff, and Andre came in with the riff like many months ago, and we've just been slowly jamming on it, and then just recently it's all kind of meshed together, just melded. We kind of figured it out. Yeah, I don't know.
It's like a natural evolution.
It is. I think we just really we never want our songs to sound forced. We're like, we have to write a song, so we're gonna write a song that's this, that, and the other thing. We just kind of let it happen.
Was it Paul Revere, the one you said is about a skater boy?
Yeah, that's the one.
So that's kind of like your No Scrubs.
Exactly. It is like thank you. It is absolutely like our No Scrubs. I love that song. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that song's just about my experience with a variety of skater boys. Some are very cool and very hardcore, and when I think of skater boys, they're what I think of, but I've had many more experiences with like dudes who buy skateboards simply because it looks cool, and who kind of stunt on people just because it looks cool. And I think that that's lame, because skater culture is so rich and so cool, and I hate people who just use that to just gain like social capita. So that's kind of what that's about. But yeah. Well, I know this place, it's empty and over again. In my head, I get stuck, I'm tossing like a picture, then I'm turning like a top. Inside my head are all these pictures, and the slides don't won't stop. And I'm tired of you, but most of all, it's like it never, not ever was stolen. I'm sick of all of this miscommunication between you and I. Think I'm enough inside your room one last night.
Joe Black. I'm the drummer of Bone Haus, and you're watching Brainsplatter.
Me, like I got my start playing music in jazz, so I didn't listen to a lot of punk, underground, DIY type stuff, and I think like starting this band and playing that kind of music has kind of influenced what I listen to now. So I think I listen to more of that kind of stuff now, but most of what I listen to is like rock, but pretty different from what we play, I think. Like a lot of prog and post-hardcore, I think, for me.
Just like a handful of bands off the top of my head, like Slipknot, Green Day, The White Stripes. Linkin Park is like my #1 favorite. That's an influence that Andre and I share. But
What do you think of that new song, Lost?
it's definitely like it is very Meteora. It is very 2003. But I can see why it was like it didn't make it on the album. But it's good, and it's nice to hear Chester's voice again.
Oh, yeah.
But,
Emotional.
yeah.
How about you, Joe?
Wow. So I started out actually playing piano when I was a little kid. So a lot of my influences were more like the Carpenters when I was really, really little. And I grew up a lot on like Joan Jett and Blondie because my sister was really big into music and art. So I've always liked female-led rock bands for the most part. As I got older, I got more into punk stuff like Black Flag, Dead Kennedys, a lot of Black Sabbath. And then as I got older, more industrial. I love Ministry, I love Pigface, Throbbing Gristle, Skinny Puppy. So the way I try to approach the drums is I try to be a drum machine.
I know that when I first started Bone Haus, I wanted it to be very akin to like the Dead Weather. Allison Mosshart is like my hero. So
Yeah.
The Kills, I mean, she's just so cool. But I feel like as time has gone on, I mean, you know, your influences I think change over time. But it's always been very like female forward, very lady forward. So yeah, Joan Jett is I think an influence that we share, or Hart, Wandy, the whole 9 yards. I think me and Joe shared a lot of the same influences. But lately I've been really into like Babes in Toyland, very grungy, very kind of dirty sounding. That's what I really hope to see in the band going forward. But yeah, any lady who does rock music, I'm pretty much game. I'm like, that's badass, it sounds great.
I thought you were going to say I'm pretty much gay for a second.
I'm pretty
I was
much
like,
gay,
oh, blame me.
you know. What can I say? But yeah.
In a few words, how would you describe your band?
Oh God.
And I'll ask each one of you. So get ready.
In a few words. I would say, I don't know, different is the first word that comes to my mind. Different, punk rock. I don't know. Artsy.
All right. Okay. Joe, what would you say?
Very accessible, but different, dark, real, very real, visceral approach to our playing and subject content of lyrics.
Hopefully this makes sense, especially like speaking from the perspective of somebody who's like a fan and like a friend of the band prior to joining. It's like weird to think of Bone Haus not being around. Like even just the name is like, it's just like a name that I would expect some band to have. And so it's like, it would feel very, like I feel like the music scene would be like missing something if Bone Haus wasn't a thing. And I think, like Joe said, it's very accessible, but it also is like very, like there's definitely some like unique flavors and.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think Joe said dark. I like that. I like to think that we're kind of noisy, spooky, but not too like out there that it would turn off maybe people who don't listen to a lot of like punk stuff. Like I think we're just like the sweet spot of like almost experimental without being too difficult to digest.
Yeah, it's like a good, if you've never listened to punk rock or rock music before, I feel like Bone Haus is a really good introduction to all of it.
It's a
easy.
gateway drug to noise.
It's a gateway drug. Yeah, absolutely. We're very easy to digest and get into, but it's just experimental enough and just hard enough that you're like, oh, I want more. And
Yeah.
it like opens that door to all of these other amazing bands and genres. So
I agree with that 100%.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I think there's a sense of familiarity when people listen to our music.
Yeah.
Like it's not too far out from what they're familiar with, but it's different enough to be unique.
It's kind of a quintessential like sound, vibe, like aesthetically. It's just like it feels very timeless to me.
Anyone else on that?
that's
Anyone?
great.
Anyone?
I think we've kind of all agreed that like we don't want to get stuck into one sound. We don't want people to like almost have an expectation of what to hear like going forward. Like we're not gonna hit people with like a Kid A type left turn, but we're always like bringing in influences that aren't even rock. I think so. We almost want people to like listen to new music and say like, what the hell, but in like a good way.
Yeah, absolutely. And I love how you guys have like songs like A Cab and Y, and then you have If You Only Knew.
Yeah.
I love that song, by the way. That should be your next single.
Thank you. We've been thinking about doing like an acoustic only type single. That song is specifically to me very emotional, so I think it would really rock a single acoustic type thing. So, yeah. Hopelessly romantic and alone. An hour of quiet is an hour too many. Oh, and it's all I can do to regain control. It hurts already, but I just can't let go.
Hi, I'm Allison. I'm the bassist from Bone Haus, and you're watching Brainsplatter. This is actually only my second year playing Tree 4. I played last year with my other band, the Joy Runners. We unfortunately didn't get on this year because Scooter kind of goofed the submission process. But we have 2 shows, one on Thursday and Saturday. Thursday and Saturday. One's at like a outdoor venue on 8th and Idaho, and then the other one is at Lost Grove.
Saturday.
Yeah, Lost Grove is a cool venue. And then my other band, Gawk, is also playing a show. I can't remember when, but
Very cool.
yeah, come see Bone Haus.
So Bone Haus recently actually played right here in Radio Boise.
Yeah.
I saw one part of the song. I can't remember which one it was, but it looks like you covered your mouth. Is that where you're about to swear?
It is, yeah. That was definitely an experience. I, as a person, typically swear every 1 to 2 words. And when I first started writing, I was like, no swearing, you're better than that. And then as the time progressed, I was like, who cares if I want to say swear words?
Is that what you actually said about it?
Yeah.
Joking.
No,
You didn't
yes.
drop the ball.
Well, wait.
Are we allowed to swear?
Yeah, you can swear.
Oh,
You can swear on
badass.
this show.
Okay, cool.
In that
Yeah,
case.
I swear every 1 to 2 words all the fucking time. It's just who I am. And when I first started writing music, I was like, you're better than that. You don't need to swear. Like, swear words, blah, blah, blah. And then, I don't know, I was like, that's kind of fucking dumb, and I should be able to swear. And yeah, in here, they gave us a whole list of things we weren't allowed to say.
Say
And
pissed off, but not pissed on.
Yeah, they were like, you can say pissed off, but not pissed on. It's, the regulations. I respect it. I don't want to put Radio Boise in trouble. But yeah, I definitely did a lot of like, don't do it, don't say it. Because it's just like very natural to me to cuss. So I had to do a whole physical boundary. Don't do it, don't say it. Yeah, that's exactly what happened. Yeah, I didn't want to get Radio Boise in trouble. They're like super important, so.
And so kind.
So kind. Oh my goodness. Super important, very nice people. The last thing I want to do is get them into hot water because of me. Oh my god.
And you guys have performed here before, is that correct?
No, this was the
this
first time. Yeah,
Joe just has a radio show.
right.
Yeah, he's here every Saturday, 10 to 12?
9 to
9
11.
to 11.
Yeah.
9 to 11.
Prime time.
Say it again, what time?
9 to 11 p.m. every Saturday night on 89.9 FM, Radio Boise. We're community radios for Boise and beyond.
There you go. Be sure to check out Joe's show.
Joe show. And I'm cut in the crust like, yeah, your life's
So you guys just did a music video. What song is that, and when can we expect it to come out?
So we did a music video for Power of Year. It's completed. I think the premiere is April 1st, right?
That's what
Netflix and
That's the film screening premiere, I guess. And then we should be able to upload it to YouTube sometime after that, I think.
That's all. So,
So we had a month to cut it. It was the February challenge. And we did 3 different shoots.
3 different shoots.
But I think there were 5 altogether for the production team,
Yeah.
which
There-
was Argo Studios, I believe. Was.
Yeah, it was a lot of. I mean, there's like a whole story in the music video, so there was a lot of us being in it, and then just the other people who are acting as,
Characters.
people that I'm singing about. So, yeah, they did their own things, and we came together, and then we did our own things. So, yeah, 5 in total,
I think so.
5-ish. Seems about right.
okay.
Yeah, I-48. Let's go.
The album Confounded is out now.
Yes.
You can get it at the Record Exchange.
It's on all
Where else?
the major streaming platforms. Spotify, it's on YouTube, it's on Apple
Deezer.
Music.
It's at Discover Records in Napa also.
Definitely check out Discover. Discover's
Owl
cool.
is the
Owl's
man.
super cool.
Great store.
Brainsplatter.